So the babies are now in the aquarium. It's been about 24 hours. And they've coloured up a little bit. So I think there's 3 males and 2 females. And they seem to be getting on really well. So at first, when I put them in and turned the lights out yesterday, they all hung around the top at the back here. And the bigger fish were trying to nip at them, trying to chase them. I think mainly because they all congregated at the top, like they were food, and they were a bit scared, trying to hide from the bigger fish. But as soon as the lights came on, gradually, they started swimming out in the middle, in between the bigger fish, and it was fine. It was just when I initially added them, I think the bigger fish thought of them as food. But even though these fish are quite big, nearly 5 inches, the 2 biggest ones, their mouths are quite small. And for those of you wondering, these are the parents. The adults are the parents of the babies. I raised them myself from eggs. Obviously, I'm not sure exactly which ones are the parents. It could be many of them. Because I took the eggs from over a few days, so all the babies could have different parents. Siamese algae eater just chilling here. So the 5 babies, these are the biggest ones that I took from the upstairs tank, because I have about another 30 babies upstairs, which is a bit worrying because I don't know where I'm going to put them, and I can't just have a house full of aquariums, so we'll see what happens. I've had them for a few months now, these babies, and they don't grow very quick. So, it could be another year before they get to even the size of this smaller one. Well, it could easily be a year, actually. These bigger ones are about minimum of 5 years old. I purchased this one in particular as a full-grown adult about 3 years ago, so God knows how old he is. But the rest of them I've had from when they were young from the shop. And if you check my previous videos, I talk about the babies more and how I managed to get them to breed. Because these fish breed a lot, but the eggs never make it. I think because they just eat the eggs instantly. So I separated the eggs from the tank. Over the course of about a week, I took some spawning mops out, and then I was overwhelmed with very small baby fish, and they've grown up quite big now. I mean, in comparison to the adults, they're not that big, but when they hatched from eggs, they were about the size of a grain of sand. So they are doing well. But like I said, I've got way more babies, and as they get bigger, I might add a few more to this tank. There's already way too many rainbow fish in this tank at the moment. Well, I don't know about way too many, but I don't know, it's 300 litre tank with 17 adult rainbow fish, 7 of those being male. This is not including the babies, so another 5 babies. But obviously with the babies being this size, it's not much of an issue. So I could probably add another 5 babies in here. But then obviously that would be 27 rainbow fish, and I can't have 27 rainbow fish being this size. So as babies, it's not much of an issue, because obviously I've got a tank upstairs as well. It's about a 90 litre tank. It's not much of an issue, but if they all grow quite big, I'm going to have to get rid of some. Take them down the local fish store. Yeah. But the babies are doing well. They've settled in. They don't seem to be that scared anymore, eating straight away as well. So, you know, if the fish are eating, that normally means they're fine. And they're mixing with the adults now as well. Adults aren't chasing them. So yeah, the only thing is, in the tank upstairs where I had them, their colours were so much better. They've been in here over 24 hours now, but you know, you can see the colours on the males. It's not too bad, but it's not as bright as it was. But they should be fine. It's very healthy. So if I do anything else with the babies, if I move any other babies in the future, I'll do a video on it. If anything else happens, I'll let you know. But for the moment, I've put 5 of the biggest babies in here with the adults. It was a success. All the other babies, which I estimate around 30 plus, are upstairs in the other tank and they're doing fine. So yeah, we'll see. Just going to feed the fish a mixture of these frozen bloodworms, tropical quintet. It's got 5 different types of frozen insects or whatever, and then tropical mix. Again, it's got 4 or 5 different types of insects. Bloodworms and mysis and daphnia separated, and then the mix is all of those mixed in a cube. Then you've just got normal bloodworms. I'll just mix these up, 1 sec. And this is to show you that the babies are now adapted and they will eat just as normal. So I don't know which actual cubes I'm feeding, but it doesn't matter. So I'll just do 1 of the quintet and 2 of the mix. Make sure you get no foil in there. Oh, Christ. So 3 cubes should be enough. Oh. I'll just mash these up and wait for them to dissolve. Otherwise, the big ones will just go after the whole cube. Like if I just put the whole cube in, just the big ones will just go after the cube and take it off the rest of them. So I have to get it all to dissolve and then just pour it all in at once. So all the fish get some food. So the cubes take a while to dissolve. So what I like to do is just cut them up a bit. And they will dissolve and melt quicker. I don't feed them frozen food often, probably once a week, if that. Just because I've got so much other types of fish food. So hopefully we get to see some of the babies eating. They've been in here about 2 or 3 days now, and I haven't fed frozen food to them in this tank yet. So we'll see. I'm just going to pour it all in. That's most of it anyway. I also like to pour a lot in at once, so that some of it actually gets to sink before it gets eaten, and the panda cories on the bottom can get some. As you can see, the babies are swimming round as normal, going after the food. They're not hiding at all. And there's loads of little bits of food that they can eat. So yeah, that's the status of the babies at the moment. There's 5 of them in here, as I said. And shortly, another week after Christmas, another week or two, I'll be adding more. Probably upwards of 10 babies in here. Yeah. I don't think I can add any more because there's already a lot of fish, a lot of rainbow fish in here. So once those babies start to get bigger, I'll probably run into some problems, you know. Too many fish, so we'll see. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you later.